Vocalo Radio, Chicago's only urban alternative, 91.1 FM. Nudia in the studio right now. We have a special guest, Kaicrewsade, in here with us. Hello.
Yo. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
You have a good radio voice. Oh, I need that baritone's coming in deep. That baritone's coming in deep on the mic.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
We just played your song, Chicken Scratch.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming by. You've got new music.
Yeah. Great late night song, I guess. That's what I've been hearing a lot lately. People been playing it for their late night rides. But real nice song. Yeah. Boolin' out now, everywhere. Streaming, YouTube, everywhere you could get it, yeah.
We're going to play it at the end of the interview as well. So we'll get to that. And you've got a new project out. You are hitting the road. You got a lot of things going on right now.
Yeah.
So busy. At 22, you're only 22 years old?
Yeah, I'm 22.
I was not doing anything at 22. You're doing a lot at 22. Do you ever think about that? Like,
no.
I'm sure people tell you a lot, like, oh my gosh, you're so young.
Yeah, I do get that. I feel like I got a lot more to do, though, honestly. But I'll be appreciating it, though. I'll be appreciating it.
I feel like that's a mature outlook to have.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I got a lot more to conquer, I feel like. But I feel like, yeah, it's a cool start, though. I'll be grateful for the start. And I'll be grateful that, like, people, like, and are inspired by the start. So, I appreciate it.
What advice would you give? Because I'm sure you know a lot of young people your age, especially young men, it can be easy to not be focused, to get off track, to be in the streets, not in the studio. What would be some advice? Like, how do you keep yourself on track?
That's a great question. I just try to, stay faithful. I try to stay faithful. I think it's a lot more good in this life than we kind of taught or told. And I feel like it's more good out there that I, like, got to go find. So I feel like me, like, just kind of, like, trying to, like, stand on the principles that my mama taught me, that my people taught me, and, just my area, you know what I'm saying? Like, trying to stand on good principles and good standards, I feel like has, like, kind of led me into becoming the person I am now, you know what I'm saying? Like, just trying to make sure my community straight, the music straight, my people straight, like, stuff of that nature, yeah.
Who were your biggest influences, like, when you were coming up, when you were a teenager, just like a couple years ago?
For sure, like, Saab, the whole pivot, for real. Just kind of, like, showcasing, like, what other young black men from Chicago could do, for sure. Like, Saab was, like, one of the first people that made me be like, yo, I could probably rap, for real. Obviously, like, Acid Rap came out when I was in 6th grade, so it's like, like Chance, No Name, Mick, I've gained so much more appreciation for Mick the older I've gotten, just as, like, a lyricist. And recently we seen him live for The Waters. Like, he had The Waters 10 year, and he, like, did it all live at Blue Note. And I was like, yo, this dude is, like, really one of the greatest rappers. Like, I genuinely feel like that about, like, everybody from that era, I guess. They are genuinely, like, some of the greatest rappers to probably ever, like, showcase their talent in this art form. I grew up on a lot of Earth, Wind & Fire. I grew up on a lot of, like, Herbie Hancock, like, a lot of Tribe, a lot of Common. I grew up on a lot of Common, like, an insane amount of Common, for real. Like, an insane amount of Common was played throughout my childhood. And, of course, Chance. Like, Chance played a huge part. Like, that's somebody for sure that was, like, the first person that made me, like, think, like, outside of, like, Saab just being from outside of the city, like, Chance was, like, the first person I seen, like, outside the city do so much as far as just, like, being kind of, like, a Chicago advocate, like, in other cities and stuff like that. I feel like Common played that part, too, like, back in the early 2000s. Like, they both, like, was waving the flag for the city.
For the home team, right?
For the city,
yeah.
When they was in New York and all that, just seeing Chance on, like, Saturday Night Live and stuff of that nature, he brought No Name out Saturday Night Live, like, stuff of that nature. Like, I really was there watching it as, like, a middle schooler and stuff like that. So, definitely those guys for sure. I probably would not be rapping for real if those guys didn't, like, take those risks and trying to be, like, a really great artist. Sure.
I think that's a baseline for a lot of, like, up-and-coming artists we're hearing right now. So I was looking at your latest project, Yvette, right?
Yeah.
Who's his name now? Who's Yvette?
Nah, it ain't.
I'm nosy, okay? Nah, who's Yvette?
I ain't gonna lie, it's taken on multiple kind of meanings, but for sure, I was creating a jazz record, and I was very inspired by, like, a lot of, like, jazz projects that just kind of had the one name off, like Amy Winehouse with the Frank. You know what I'm saying? So, me creating a jazz record, I wanted to, like, put my own spin on it. And I do got some family ties to it, you know what I'm saying? Just like peoples that like I knew, name Yvette in Mississippi and stuff like that. So it kind of just like formed together like perfectly while I was creating the project.
I don't know. It seems like a very PR answer.
No, wait,
I'll believe you. Okay.
I promise you.
I'll believe you. You have some great features on here.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I feel like this is like definitely like the generation we're in right now. It's like all the good like local artists.
Nah, it's tough.
You have Femdot, you have theMIND on here, NombreKari, Senite, who we just had in like last week here on Vocalo. Yeah, you've got some amazing people on here. What was it like? Are these all your friends?
My guy, Menace for Hires on there. Yeah, that's like one of my close peoples. All them peoples on there though. Like everybody that's on Dog is like my peoples for real. I dropped my first project, Steve's Demo, when I was 18. And, like, that kind of, like, got my name out there a little bit, like, with Lyrical Lemonade and all that. So I started meeting other, like, great creatives in the city, like Senite, around that same time. When I was making Yvette, I was just kind of, like, in, like, a... You know, I was making music in my car, and I made music with those people that's on Dog, and, like, in my car. So, like, you know, I was able to kind of, like, bring them to a studio now. And that was kind of, like, the beauty with that song where it was, like, yo, like, appreciate it for kind of, like, believing in those ideas not back then, and now I kind of can, like, distribute way better ways of like creating cooler ideas. And that's kind of what that was. That was just like, yo, these my peoples, like these my dogs for like they've been people that's like in this music world, been people that's been somebody I can rely on for real. So that was kind of that. My homegirl Gayun Cannon is on that joint too.
Great artist as well.
Asia Simone, just like all like my really like close friends. But yeah, Yvette, like, no, I was blessed to be able to have the people that was on that project. Like, I'm genuinely grateful for everybody that, like, lended a hand on that project.
You said you used to make music in your car?
Yeah.
Hold on, how did that work? Like, you had a laptop in there and some microphones?
I had a laptop.
I mean, first of all, the soundproof quality has to be great in a car, right?
I had a Trailblazer. It was tough.
Really?
It was tough. I had a Trailblazer 2004. It was tough. Like, it was super tough. Like, it was like, I really missed that car. It was like the seats were very like cushioned, like all type of. It was.
And it was tough. Like it was cool. It was cool to make music in there, or it was literally tough to make.
No, it was cool to make music in there. Like, it was very like.
Because I was gonna say you're not gonna get any echo in a car. It's actually a great idea.
It was a truck too, so it was like mad space. Like, mad space. Yeah, I had to do that though. I was in a living position where I couldn't make music in my crib, so I had to make music in my
Wow, I've never heard that.
It was tough. It's still on streaming. My first project, Steve's Demo. I made all that in my car. You can go listen to it. It's tough. It's super tough. Yeah.
How would people react when you're like, okay, like pull up to the car, lay down this track really quick?
I ain't gonna lie, Senite was like. She told me like months later, like, yo, I was scared.
She thought it was a setup? I would think it was a setup.
That was our first time. Like, we had met before that, but that was like our second, third time. I feel like that was our second time for real. Like, on some like, yo.
She's
like,
also like a beautiful woman, too.
The homie, like, that's my homie, man.
I would feel like I'm getting kidnapped right now.
I got a joint with her called Phone Calls. We made that, like, just on some, like, the vibe was super cool and nurturing on some just, like, I was playing her just my music, she was playing me her music, and it was just like we was bonding over the fact like, yo, we was some like huge music nerds. Like, that's really what it all started. Like, that's my homegirl for real. And yeah, she told me months later, actually like two or three out of my homies, they told me months later, like, yo, I was low-key scared.
They thought it was a setup?
They was like, I'm glad you were cool, bro, because I was low-key scared. I'm like, what, bro? Like, my mind, but bro, they was telling me, like, that just goes to show, like, my mind was so determined on music. I was, like, months later, I thought about it months later, like, yo, that was kind of like wild that I was just like asking my homies to record it with. But my mind was so determined on music, I wasn't even thinking about like, yo, this might be weird. And I'm just like, yo, I got some crazy raps, crazy production. I don't got nowhere else to record, but I can mix it real quick in the car. And it was like, and it was summertime. Like, we was chilling, man. It was summertime. It was summertime.
I love it. So you've come a long way from the car.
Yeah.
This one was made in a studio.
Pretty tight. Yeah.
And when you make music, do you have, like, with features, I always wondered this, do you have someone you want to work with and you make the song together? Or will you be working on something and be like, oh, this person would sound dope on this song?
Yeah, 9 times out of 10, I already, like, everybody I've, like, like tried to reach out to or reached out to for a feature, I more than likely heard them on it already. Like I'd be like composing a lot of my music. That's kind of like the biggest part of composing is like seeing who fits where and like, seeing who fits where and like which pockets. So it's like having different musicians on like different parts of the project is like extremely important. Luckily, God bless, I believe I got like 9. I believe I got everybody on Yvette that I wanted on Yvette, like low key. Like God bless.
There's a lot of people. It's a lot of features, but I love features. I love when you open an album and you see like a bunch of names. Yes, yeah. I love features. And looking to the future, you are going to the UK. You're doing a UK and Europe tour.
Yeah.
London, Paris. Like, have you been out of the country before?
I've never been out the country.
Are you ready? You're ready to be on a plane for like 12 hours?
No,
like
that sounds terrible. No, I'm not. But I am ready to see the other side of the world. And that's the sacrifice. Then, I'll probably just have to thug it out. But yeah.
What a beautiful thing, though, that you're seeing the world for the first time and it's while you're performing.
That's gonna be cool. I'm looking forward to it. I hear a lot of great things about the UK as far as like jazz,
the music scene,
rap, and I hear a lot of great things they really appreciate. I also have like a lot of supporters from the UK that I've like reached out to me on some just like DM stuff or Twitter. So it's like, oh, okay, it is some people that's like low key bumping my music out there. So like, it's gonna be tight to kind of like, I guess, run it to people, or if it's people that really like mess with my music, like be on some like I got to see Kaicrewsade, like something like that. I don't know. Like I'm looking forward to that.
Where are you heading to first?
Huh? Brighton. Yeah.
Brighton. You don't know where that is, huh? I can pull out a map right now. No clue.
I don't. I'm sorry to say. No disrespect, Brighton.
It's okay, but you're gonna learn. Yeah. After this, you're gonna be like a man of culture, like of the world.
All right, I'm gonna come back so much. Yeah, I'm gonna come back so much wiser for sure.
You're gonna come with your pinky. You're like, oh, that one time when we were in Paris. You don't understand. When we were in Paris,
Facts.
It was amazing. The weather.
Yeah, that's definitely what I'm gonna be on for sure.
I love that for you, though. What city are you most excited to go to, do you think? Like
Amsterdam.
Of course.
Yeah.
But you know what? To be fair, a lot of people that travel, they've told me Amsterdam has been their favorite place to be in. Like, I think it's just a cool city like that.
It looks cool. It sounds cool.
Yeah.
Can't wait to go.
Let's get to your new single. Thank you so much for stopping by. Where can people follow you if they want to see your tour? They want to see you when you're up in the UK. They want to catch up with you.
People can follow me at Kaicrewsade, Kaicrewsade everywhere. I'm Kaicrewsade everywhere. Music on streaming, Kaicrewsade. My IG, Kaicrewsade everything, Kaicrewsade. Yeah.
Awesome. And this song, what was the inspiration behind this one?
I made this song on Halloween. I was working on a fake little EP with my big dog Vu, and we just we felt like this song was the best out of like what we had made. Like we made like great songs, but this was just like one where it was like, oh, we felt like the connection off of it automatically. So inspiration more so just being like day to day like conversation with my homies. Like it's kind of like in our native tongue how we talk with bullying and everything. So yeah, it was kind of just like a quick song, honestly, that I made.
So was it for Halloween or like?
No, it wasn't. I just so happened to have a studio session on Halloween. It was like, oh, like yeah, I forgot about that. Like I forgot it was Halloween, and I had a studio session on Halloween, and we were like recording, and it's like, oh, it's Halloween. That was kind of cool. So yeah.
All right, let's get into this song, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
Kaicrewsade here on Vocalo. This is his latest single.